Once upon a time, a young man named Arav was restless. He wanted success, luxury, and power, but he wanted it fast. Why should I wait? Why does life test my patience every step of the way? He thought. One evening, while wandering the hills, Arav met an old wise man sitting quietly under a banyan tree. His eyes seemed to hold decades of wisdom. Arav shared his frustration about how the world seemed unfair and slow. The old man smiled gently and said, "Let me tell you a story, my son. Years ago, there was a great king nearing the end of his life. He had no children and needed to choose his successor wisely. I must find a ruler who values patience and responsibility over greed," he thought. He summoned his two most trusted ministers and handed each of them a sealed cloth bag. "Inside these bags lies the most valuable thing in this kingdom," the king said. "Guard them carefully. I will return in 3 days. Whatever you do, do not open the bag until I return. This is a test of your trust and patience." The ministers nodded solemnly. On the first night, one minister's curiosity flared. What could be inside? Gold? Jewels? Secrets of the kingdom? He wondered. What if the king doesn't return? What if I'm supposed to check? I'm his favorite, he'll forgive me. Unable to resist, he untied the bag. But to his shock, it was filled with ordinary stones. What? These worthless rocks are the most valuable thing in the kingdom? Impossible, he said in disbelief. 3 days later, the king summoned both ministers. "Bring me back the bags," he ordered. The impatient minister handed over his bag, still frustrated. "Your Majesty, you said this bag holds something precious, but it was only stones. How can rocks be valuable?" The king's eyes darkened as he replied, "You failed, my friend. This was never about gold or jewels. It was a test of your patience, honesty, and responsibility. A ruler who cannot guard a simple bag cannot be trusted with an entire kingdom." Then he turned to the second minister and said, "You obeyed my command without question. You are worthy." The crown was placed on his head a few days later as the old king quietly stepped away from his throne. The disobedient minister was filled with sorrow. "If only I had waited," he whispered to himself. The king's final words echoed in his mind. Impatience destroys opportunities before they even arrive. As the old man finished, he looked at Arav and said, "My son, life is no different. People who lack patience often grab at every opportunity too soon, only to destroy their chances. Success requires waiting, nurturing, and trust in the process. Your problem isn't that life is slow. Your problem is you are too fast." Arav sat silently. For the first time, he understood why his impatience had cost him so much. He bowed deeply and said, "Thank you, I see it now." This story teaches us, in life there will always be moments when you feel like giving up or rushing ahead. But remember, great things take time. A tree doesn't bear fruit overnight, and success never comes to those who cannot wait. Patience isn't weakness, it's strength. So don't let your impulses destroy your future. Learn to wait, grow, and stay steady, because in the end, only those who endure truly win.